Here we are in Kota Kuala Kedah, and you can see already behind me the cannons. We are at the fort, at the oldest fort in northern Malaysia, built in the 17th century from Sultan Suleiman Shah. The fort was built with the assistance of the Portuguese, but still they have replica cannons here from Holland, Belanda, Netherlands, Holland, however you want to call it. Fire! Unlike the fort in Penang, this is not built from the British. It was really built from the Malay people with the assistance of the Portuguese. And over there you can see a Malay building. Nowadays this building serves as the museum. Look, a cat, Chomel. Here's also a tower, and I'm wondering if this tower was originally meant as a watchtower or a lighthouse. I'm not sure about it. I guess I will find out later. Oh, another one, Chomel. Meow. Hey, how are you doing, huh? And right behind this watchtower lighthouse thing, where I'm standing right now, you can see already the levels of the fortress. See the first level wall, then the cannons, and then the second level wall. Here on this corner we also have a... Let me jump down. We also have a cannon, which is mysterious. I let everyone decide on their own if they want to believe in these myths, but they say that this cannon is haunted, and it was found swimming in the ocean despite its heavy metal and half drowning. And also people say back in the days they seen something resembling a human being sitting next to it. I didn't really understand what this sign was trying to tell me, but I'm always a little bit skeptical when it comes to these stories. I have the little peephole for the cannon. I really wonder how it looked back in the days, because I see this pegs here, and there must be some kind of a wooden structure to it so they can move it. It was definitely not fixed to this wall like this, so I really wonder if they pushed it into this direction to be able to shoot a little bit more to the left and to the right, because as you can see, the direction where this cannon is facing is the canal. Over there is the sea, and over there is the mainland, direction of the mainland. So they can only use this cannon really if ships already go inside of this canal. If they just are outside in the sea, they can't use this cannon. So I'm really wondering how they used this cannon back then, and also what was the reason of this fort. Was it just a means of holding back ships that try to enter in direction of the mainland, or was it a fort to protect the coast, the whole coast, not only the entrance to the mainland? I hope I will get this information inside of the museum after I discover all this area. Over there are my friends, Aidil and Ammar. Ammar! Don't shoot at me!
This cannon was a special Malay cannon. Oh, stupid.
Why is it special Malay cannon?
Come.
Let me jump down here.
Unique and special cannon in Malay. They call Katak Puru cannon. The third cannon.
Third?
The third. They are making this cannon using their own finger. They're pressing using their own finger. Oh, the fingerprints.
Oh yeah, I can see
the fingerprints.
But how did they do this?
I don't know how. They're pushing with their own finger.
The uniqueness of the Katak Puru cannon lies in the way it was made. It is said to be a Malay-made cannon constructed from iron and subsequently forged and pinched using the fingers while the iron is still red hot. How did they do this? This finger pressing cannon can also shoot to the sea.
This cannon was used by Kedah Malay fighting against Siam, the Thai people now. Maybe in 18th or 17th century like that.
This part is from British?
Yeah, British conquered.
So it was made after this, like an additional...
Yeah, after this. When Siam conquered Kedah, and then they gave him to British.
So in the time this fort was under control of the Siam, the British came and took over this fort because they had a deal with Siam, and then they built this construction. Is it a fort? Is it like a gate?
Yeah, the main gate.
Oh, it's a main gate.
There's two main gates.
This is the British gate, and over there it's the original old Malay gate. What is the difference between Merdeka Day and Malaysia Day?
The Merdeka Day was a day of independence.
Okay, makes sense, the Independence Day.
And the Malaysia Day, the name of Malaysia was given.
The name?
The name.
Ah, okay. So basically you just decided to have one more additional public holiday and then...
Yeah, there's many public holiday in Malaysia.
It really looks Portuguese style. Here you can see it's built with the assistance of the Portuguese people. Why I know that? Because I played computer games and the Portuguese style looked like this. Don't blame my historical knowledge, yes? Let's go inside of the Fort Museum. This building really looks beautiful. And here you can see some squares. And here is a little bit, you can see it slightly. These were the barracks. I don't know if lords, or I don't know how to call it in Malaysian history or culture. Lords, kings, shahs, if they also stayed here or not. Right now I'm walking across the buildings of the Sultan back in the day. I found out, the sign told me there were actually a Sultan staying in this fort. It was, I don't know his name, it was the, I will just call him the 22nd Sultan of Kedah. And he stayed here. Before he stayed in Aloq Staq, which is nowadays Aloq Staq city. And he got killed here because the Siam people came here, invaded. It was much easier to invade because it was at the sea. Yes, that's the story. So sad. Actually have pictures of how it looked back then. What is this, barracks? Story of the invasion of the Siam people, and they collaborated with the Portuguese because they were actually envious of the friendship of the Malay people with the Myanmar people. That's quite interesting to me because it tells us that also back then in the history they used paramilitary or private military force to invade cities, countries, etc. Look at this cute cannon. It's a small version and they really made it like this. It's not a model to show how the big ones looked. It's actually a gift for marriage and something. And this is the traditional Malay design. So here we can see how the cannon was put on the wheels and so on. What I was wondering before when I was at the wall. The handle of this Japanese World War II katana. This looks not very comfortable. It's metal over here and this is just a leather sheet wrapped around it. Oh, this is also the banana money?
Yeah, the Japanese money.
It's like nowadays, inflation money. You can see that this is actually a lighthouse and it was built with the help of the Thai people, of the government of Thailand back then. Wow, this history is very complicated and full of betrayal. This story makes it much more clear. Here is the Sultan of Kedah making a deal with the British people. So the Sultan gave what is nowadays the Seberang Perai part, the mainland part of Penang. He gave it to the British in the hope that they would provide protection to Penang. That was a mistake because the British were very sneaky and naughty because they thought, now if Kedah falls, we can keep Seberang Perai forever. So they had a deal with Siam, that Siam can attack the north of Kedah. The British will not interrupt the attack, and when they get Kedah in whole, they can keep it, so that the British can keep Seberang Perai. Kenapa awak comel sangat? Kenapa? That's it for history today. Let's go to Juma prayer. Now it's time for Nasi Royale, and we are here at restaurant Nasi Lemak Royale Jalil. And now you will ask, please, what is Nasi Royale? And Kedah people from Aloq Staq will know because it's only here. Here we can see already all the delicious, tasty ingredients. Some bendi. Ah, delicious. Our drinks. Which one is the sursop? Ini. Bilafia. For everyone who's not from Kedah, I will explain. It's a mixture of Nasi Lemak and Nasi Kandar, which is probably the most explosive combination possible for northern Malaysia. Saya sangat seronok to try it. Already having my sursop here, and it's amazing. Look at this stunning dish. Here we have a full lamb shank, bendi, some jeruk salad, chicken, and under all that stuff we have Nasi Lemak pandan. It's green rice with pandan leaf. Okay, let's start with this huge bone which still has some meat on it. Bismillah. Very soft. And the taste is spicy and a good amount of curry. Look how tender this is. I can just take it off. Next, the bendi test. Sometimes the bendi is a little bit hard to chew. Let's try. Perfectly easy to chew, good taste, neutral taste, no spices. Let's try the mutton with pandan rice. You can taste the slightly nutty flavor of the pandan rice. Nanas. Let's go full campur. Chicken. Wow. So many flavors going on. The salty egg, most important ingredient. An egg. Let me finish this real quick. The best way to describe this dish is following. Imagine 50 dishes and you combine them one after another. You combine one with two, after that you combine two with three, and so on. One with three. There are so many possible options to eat this, and now imagine all these 50 dishes are already special. They have a special taste. For example, there is dish one, Nasi Lemak, but not Nasi Lemak, it's Nasi Lemak Pandan. So there is just a crazy amount of possible options. You have the mutton, combine it with the pandan rice. There is the mutton, combine it with the bendi. Combine all three, bendi with the rice and the mutton. Then combine only the mutton with the egg. Then combine... You know what I mean. You know where I'm coming from. This is crazy. Look, the mutton. It's super soft and tender. What can I say? I let the plate speak. Titarik plus Milo, it is Milo strawberry, it is mango limau, whatever. I always needed special and mix things up, and this was perfectly my style because it was a mix of Nasi Lemak and Nasi Kandar, my most favorite meals combined.